Hello Capricorn and welcome back. The last time I posted for you was the 20th of January, so we are about 3 weeks. So I hope you've been very well. Thank you for being here. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Getting quite a few new people coming in, so welcome to Julie's tribe. It's tea and tarot time, so get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, beer, whatever it is you want. Put your feet up. Get comfy. Let's have a look what's going on for my Capricorns. And yes, I've changed my hair. I cut my fringe, as we call it in the UK. It's not bangs over here, it's a fringe. It was driving me nuts. I don't know how you cope with the hair in your face all the time. It was driving me crazy. So I took the scissors, took myself this morning. Anyway, we're not here to discuss my hair. We are here to discuss what is going on for my Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watching. Okay, so we're going to be looking at your general energy. We're going to look at some money and career, some love and connections, not just romantic, but any kind of connections. See what the advice is coming through there. And just checking. And no, I haven't got my mic on. Let's do that. You will be able to hear me. There we go. You'll have been able to hear me from the speaker on the computer, but not as well as this little one on me. All right, so let's have a look then. Let's bring the camera down. Now, I've been drawn to doing these a little bit differently so that I am bringing the camera back up a lot so that I can talk to you more directly. Okay, so a bit of both. So let me know whether you prefer it just on the cards or whether you like it coming up to me as well. All right, let's have a look. We've got chopwood. Right, we had that for the collective reading, which went up yesterday, so check that out. Okay, milk and honey and community. Right, these are the wisdom of the oracle. Let's get a couple of energy oracle. All right, for my Capricorns, please, my lovely earth signs, my Capricorns. Okay, we've got patience. And we've got door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, now we also had the patience card from the angels in the collective reading. So I'm going to put that up here where I am at the end. So do check it out. Let's get your affirmations. These are mine from Hoping to Having. We will be adding in tarot. Okay, we've got I am a powerful creator. I create easily that which I desire. And we have, I am open to my innate knowing and intuition. I listen to my inner guidance and follow it. I listen to my intuition and trust it. All right, let's have a little look then. Okay, let me come back up to you for a little minute. Let's talk about this one. Chop wood. Right, so there he is, the broom, the brush. So what do we need to brush out, clear out, chop out? What do we need to sort out, basically, is what is going on right now. Middle of February is this energy, there's planetary alignments, there's all sorts. Go and watch your favourite astrologer, who you prefer. I'm not an astrologer, okay? I'm an intuitive, and I link in with higher beings of light who channel through me for you. So they're asking you to have a good look, right? We are in this year of the light, and I keep banging on about this, all right? The year of light, what is that? What does it mean? And it basically means if there's more light, you can see more. You're aware of more. You can't see in the dark, yeah? So as more light comes in, it starts to open your eyes, and you kind of have these aha moments, and you think, oh, I did not see that, but I'm seeing it now. And now that I'm seeing it, what am I going to do about it? All right. Now, this is a blessing. It is a good thing. You've got milk and honey with it. Right. Little baby elephant there playing in the milk and honey. And notice the rainbow. Rainbow comes after the storm. Yes. So we've got Mars going direct soon. Not quite, but nearly. Right. We've got all sorts of shifts going on. There has been some sort of chaotic energy, and it's part of this light coming through so that we start seeing things and go, oh dear, oh dear, I'm going to have to sort that out. All right. So it can cause a little bit of a storm. Now I feel that has passed, and now the rainbow comes out after the storm. Now we can start saying, I want to enjoy life. I want to be part of something. I want to be more included, right? So the community card is coming in. The community is your neighborhood, the people you work with, your family, your friends, the people you connect with. If you have a community, it could also be an online community. It doesn't have to be an in-person community. So community is important. Right, I'm just listening to what they're saying. So many of you are isolated. So many of you are reluctant. Yeah, reluctant is the word I'm getting. Reluctant to step back into making new friends or joining new things, and what's the point? And right, we want to start allowing ourselves to get into a community. Now the patience card, timing. This is about timing. See the clock there that this angel is holding? It's the angel of patience. Can we be patient, waiting for something to come in? Now, I want to get the tarot to find out more about this particular card, but we have the energy of patience. Now, part of that is being patient with yourself, and part of it is being patient with others, because we're all going through this sort of transformation and this change, which can feel a bit challenging, a bit chaotic. So be patient with yourself, first of all, okay? And then allow yourself to be patient with others, because as we start to see things, you know, that aha moment, we can get a little bit angst. We can get a little bit snappy, okay? It's like, why are you doing that? That's not okay. You can't be doing that. Just be gentle, because if we're suddenly changing the rule book, all right, we're changing the goals. I used to be okay with it and now I'm not, right? That's going to confuse people. So give them a little bit of time to adapt and adjust, but stick to your guns, all right? Now, what's this all about? Door to personal healing and happiness. Those doors are wide open for you to be able to step through and into them. So whilst it might feel a little bit challenging, a little bit chaotic to have these aha moments of, I don't think I'm all right with that. I was, but I'm not now, right? What's changed? I have. The vibration has. The energy has. So I need to flow with it. I want to flow with it, okay? It's moving me into a place where I am healing that part of me, where I'm healing my life, my world, where I'm changing some of my beliefs, and that can be challenging, can't it? You know, I've been talking about in a couple of other readings our perception and our understanding of love is outdated for so many people, and we need to change it. But after decades of beliefs about love, to suddenly say, actually, that's not love, you thought it was, but it's not, can be quite difficult. So we then need to step into this healing energy. So it leads to more happiness, ultimately, is what this is about. We want to be happy, and we deserve to be happy. So let's bring the camera down and let's add in the tarot. They'll tell me when they want me to bring in those, so it'll unfold, okay? All right, this is the Tarot of Dreams. All the cards I use are linked below, along with my website and my books, and the link to my events if you want to join me in my in-person events this year. Okay, let's see what we've got then. All right, so we've got temperance, balance, moderation, things coming into balance that have been out or off. Good. We've got the Two of Cups, the card of love. In the center of your reading, you've got the Magician, which happens to be my favorite card in the deck. We'll be discussing the Magician in more detail. We've also got the Star, nice, healing energy, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, let's find out some more. Right, we've got the Ace of Coins, the Four of Cups, the Emperor. Got a lot of major arcana cards and a lot of power in here. We've got the King of Wands and Strength. All right, look at the power going on here, Capricorn. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas out of 10. That's quite a lot, right? So major arcana, for those of you who don't know, This is talking about significant changes, significant big stuff, whereas the minor arcana talk about the detail, the nitty-gritty day-to-day stuff, all right? So having a lot of major arcana says that this is a very important time. All right, these are the everyday spirit guide affirmation cards. Aren't those two? Okay. I'm laughing, Capricorn, because, I mean, you just saw me shuffling. Both of these cards came out for the collective reading. So this is the energy. The collective reading, if you don't know, is all signs, right? So that when I'm doing a reading for the collective, it is all about, this is the energy that's going on right now. This is the energy where all we have access to. It's available to us all right? Then when I do the individual readings, like for you now doing the Capricorn reading, it's right specifically for you and how that plays out for you. Whether you're a Capricorn Earth or Earth, when you're all Earth, whether you're a Sun, Moon, Rising, whether you watch it for your Venus or your Mars, or however you choose to embrace these readings, you take the bits that resonate, and it won't all resonate, all right? It's very unusual for an entire reading to resonate, especially these longer ones. They're longer, they're more detailed. You know, the last few readings I've been doing have been around an hour long. Not all of that is going to resonate for you, all right? And if you find yourself zoning out, all right, which happens when we're watching a reading and I'm zoning out, I've just missed that last 10 minutes, don't know what she said. There was nothing in there for you to notice and pay attention to. When you find yourself zoning in, it's like that's your higher self, your heart, your soul going, excuse me, pay attention to this bit, it's important. And oh, okay, all right. So that's kind of how it works. So, right, they want me to talk about these affirmation cards now. So let's have a look. Right, I am a powerful creator. I create easily that which I desire. Now we're talking about this, they're saying talk about this one now, right? Because the center of your reading is the magician. And the magician is the magic to create. The central card in your reading is the key, all right? It's like the main energy that everything else is coming off. So when we see the magician here in your magic to alchemize, to create, and then we have this card as well, I am a powerful creator, this is a double message. Capricorn, if there's something you don't like, you can change it, you can alchemize it, you can create something new, something different. We all can, but we have different times and we step into that creative energy, and times when we're just sort of flowing and, you know, kind of getting on with our lives, and then other times we notice things, we see things and we say, I want some of that, I'm going to create it. So you're in this creative energy, which is beautiful. Now I want you to pay attention to the word easily. I create easily that which I desire. Now we want to try and desire rather than want. Well, what we want, we will stay in the wanting of, right? When we desire something, it's a different energy. We're aligning into that desire. Okay, I talk about this a lot in my books, From Hoping to Having, Law of Attraction, explaining how it works. Okay, so I want you to focus on what you desire, and when you use the word I need, I want, I must have, let those go and change it to I desire. I desire greater happiness, I desire greater fulfillment, I desire better connections, whatever it is you desire. And then I want you to add easily. I can easily create this. You see, we are what we think. If you think it's hard, guess what? You're right. If you think it's easy, guess what? You're right. Did you see that orb that just went up there behind me above the angel? Yeah, one happened the other day as well. So we have this lovely energy happening around these readings at the moment. So I create easily that which I desire. Okay? Right, good. Right, let's have a look at this one. Remember. Now, this is my book, the blue one. It's in 3 sections. Remember, reset, receive. Okay, the remember is that you already know this. You might have forgotten it. And if you have, it's time to remember it. So, I am open to my innate inner knowing and intuition. I listen to my inner guidance and follow it. I listen to my intuition and trust it. Can we trust that inner voice? Can we trust that inner guidance? Can we trust when the heart says, this feels right? Or do we talk ourselves out of it and come up with a million reasons why we can't? Even though the heart has said, and the instinct and the intuition says, this is what I want to go for, this is what I want to achieve, this is my desire. Can we trust it? Can we follow it? Can we go with it? So you're in that energy with the magician, with the magic, with the creativity, your inner guidance, your spirit, your soul, your God force, your intuition, your higher self, your spiritual team. They're all working together to say, go there, do this, go for that. Listen to it, because you will hear it. You'll hear it, you'll feel it, you'll sense it. Now, when I say you'll hear it, you won't necessarily hear the words in your head like I hear my team, but you will get a sense of something feeling right, and I want you to follow it. But equally, you'll get a sense of feeling something's off when you're going the wrong way, or when you're doing something that's going against that inner guidance. You'll feel it. Your feelings are your feedback mechanism from your soul. So when it feels off, it's off. Listen to it and ask yourself, question yourself, why am I doing this when it feels off and it feels bad and it feels wrong? And you'll find that the answer is linked with fear. I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of being abandoned. I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid of not being liked. I'm afraid of letting people down. I'm afraid of this, that, the other. Just acknowledge it and then say, why am I afraid? And isn't it right for me to follow my own inner guidance rather than somebody else's? I'm not living their life, I'm living mine. Yeah? Okay. All right. And then these two that came up in the collective reading. Focus and impossible. Okay. Focus. First of all, let's talk about focus. This focus. Oh, picked the wrong one up. Okay. Focus. Know what you want. Believe you'll get it. Manifest now. Now, these cards I didn't write. I like these cards, but they've got some of the words wrong. I'm rather than I am. I am is very powerful. It's you and your creative force. When you go I'm, you shorten it, you weaken it. All right. So in my affirmation book, it's always I am. So try and step into the I am. Okay. So with this one, focus. I just talked about don't say what you want, say what you desire. And here they're saying know what you want. Okay. So, okay, let's start with that. I know what I want. Now I'm going to step into the desire of having it. So this is about getting clear. If you don't know what you want, the universe sure as heck doesn't know. Okay, so you got to get clear in order to step into alignment with it. So get clear on what it is you want. And when we look at these cards down here, what you're wanting is happiness, is healing, is the milk and honey, which is the playfulness, the richness of life. You want community. You want to cut out, chop out what isn't working for you, and you want to do it easily. So knowing what you want, get clear on it, and then believe you'll get it. All right, believe. It's no good saying I want this, but I won't get it. You just cancelled it. Okay. So believe you'll get it. Right. Now the third part, manifest now. Manifest now. Manifesting is never in the future. It is never in the past. It is always in the now. If you try to manifest something for tomorrow, it will stay in tomorrow. And you think, well, that's all right, it's only tomorrow. When I get to the next day, tomorrow, it'll be there. No, it won't. It'll be in the day after because it's always tomorrow. Do you see what I mean? When you manifest in the future, that's where it stays. Right? If you say next month, I'm going to start dating next month, I'm going to apply for a better job next month, you'll get to next month and you won't do it because you've manifested it in the next month. And so it will always be going on in the next month. Do you understand? So manifest now. Okay, I am creating this now. I'm aligning myself now. I'm focused on what I want. So I'm in that focus. And I believe it's possible. You got the impossible card, right? But it's question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. I am possible. Believe in yourself. Nothing is impossible. If you believe it's impossible, you're right. If you believe it's possible, you're right. Okay? So believe in yourself and your ability to create. Okay? So let's have a look at the table then, what we've got, Capricorn. The center of your reading, the Magician, the magic. The Magician has 4 aces. I don't know if you've ever really looked at this card, okay? In every deck, in every tarot deck, you always see the 4 aces, okay? You've got the coins, you've got the wands, you've got the swords, you've got the cups. 4 aces. Aces represent new beginnings. And the 4 different suits saying, I can have a new beginning in any area. Any area. In my thinking, with the swords. I can have a new beginning with my communication, with the swords. I can have a new beginning with my power, my empowerment, my career, my passion, with the wands. I can have a new beginning financially with the coins and also feeling more secure and stable. And with the cups, new happiness, enrichment, fulfillment. I can create it all because I'm the Magician. That's why it's my most favourite card in the deck. Because this is empowering, this is creative, and this is taking responsibility. I'm not waiting for somebody else to create this for me. I'm not waiting for somebody else to rescue me. I'm the damn Magician. I can make it happen. I am the magic. I am the creator. And you are. You co-create with the universe. You co-create with Source, God, Goddess, all that is. But you are part of that Source energy. It is within your soul, it is within your spirit, it is within your essence, it is within your I am presence. And when you know it and feel it, you know, I think the first 4 or 5 chapters of my book was all about you are God, you know, you are creator, you know. You aren't the God, but you're part of God. And you have the power to create. I spent a lot of time in that book helping you know it, remember it, and activate it. Then you create your best life. So you're in this Magician. All right, now let's look at it. This first card, chop wood, we've talked about. What do we need to brush out, chop up, get rid of, sort it out? And chopping wood is also about preparation, isn't it? We chop wood ready for having wood ready for the fire. I'm getting ready for what I might need later on. I'm putting things in place. I'm clearing things out. And as I do that, I'm bringing myself into balance. The Temperance card is balance, moderation, it's healing, it's allowing the alchemy again. This card is fire and water coming together to balance things up. So we have this beautiful balancing. No more of the huge, massive ups and downs. I want to come into alignment where everything flows. As I do this, as I clear everything out and I bring myself into balance, then I can step into this Ace of Coins, this beautiful new beginning. So this could be a new job, new investment, new home. This could be a new relationship, because coins isn't just about money, you know. It's about what's stable and secure and grounded, something that's anchored, something that's solid. So you're starting something new by kicking out the old of what we don't need anymore, what doesn't serve you anymore, it doesn't fit with you, it doesn't work for you anymore. We're coming into balance, and then we can create something new. Now, part of this new is to allow yourself to have some time for play. Now, I'm a Virgo. We work hard, just like you, Capricorn, and we're really good at working hard. We're not very good at playing hard, are we? Admit it, come on. Right. It is a work in progress. I was looking through my Facebook post the other day, earlier today actually, don't know where the time goes, but I was looking through some of those and I found a post saying I've worked really hard that day and been incredibly productive, and now I was going to spend the rest of the day binge watching Yellowstone, I think, okay? And that for me is play, it's rest, right? Rest. So play, I worked hard, rest hard. The third element in that trilogy for balance is to play hard. Work hard, rest hard, play hard. So we want to step into what is play for you, whatever that play is. Play can be creating, painting, baking. Play can be laughing. Play can be getting in with your community, your friends, dancing, play, whatever it is for you that's playful, that's light-hearted, that's energized. It can be physical energy. It can be, sat, relaxed, doing nothing but laughing and having fun. We want to bring these three elements into balance. You're really good at the work hard bit, tick. We don't need to talk about that, you Capricorns. All right. But can we also rest hard and play hard? So the milk and honey, he's playing. He's been through the storm, the rainbow's out, he's having a lovely time. I'm just going to chill for a minute. I'm just going to have some fun for a minute. Because what it does, that fun and that play, is brings you into that Two of Cups. This is love. Love. Love, love, love. Okay. Now, love can be romantic, and that's what we tend to think of when we think about love. We think about a partnership. We think about having a soulmate. That is part of love. It isn't all of it. Love is loving life, loving your job, loving your community, loving yourself, loving your hobbies, loving everything. It's all of it. So that Two of Cups is saying, I choose to love life. And if I'm not loving life, what am I going to do about it? And this is where you are good. Capricorn are very good at taking responsibility. So you're going to say, okay, if this isn't working, I'm taking responsibility and I am going to fix it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to create something new, something better. Don't feel that something better means you're not grateful for what you already have, because many people do. They think it's wrong to want more, to want better, that it's saying to the universe, I'm not satisfied. Well, what's wrong with that truth? Because there's the Four of Cups, which is the card of dissatisfaction, boredom, stagnancy. It's not the end of the world. I'm not crying my eyes out, but I'm not feeling super duper fabulous. So what is the fun, the joy, the playfulness? Where is the self-love to bring that about? Let's recognize, without beating ourselves up or beating anybody else up, energetically, verbally, or any other way, to say, I am dissatisfied. I want more love. I want more joy and play. So what am I going to do about it? Okay, we recognize this is dissatisfaction, stagnancy, boredom. Let's say you're in a long-term relationship. We'll look at the love side and we come on to the loving connections part. But if you're in a long-term relationship, it may be that relationship's in a bit of a funk. It's in a bit of a lull. It's in a bit of a stagnancy. When was the last time you had a date night? When was the last time you turned the TV off and sat down and actually talked to each other like you used to do when you were dating? Because we forget. Don't beat yourself up. Be patient. We've got the patience card here. But recognize it and say, perhaps our relationship's got a little bit stale. Perhaps we're taking each other for granted a little bit. Perhaps it's a bit stuck. Right. Let's go play then. Let's go play. Let's go to a concert. Let's go watch a comedian. Let's go for a walk and skip like we used to when we were kids. Let's go to the park and swing on the swings and go down the slide. Let's go and do something frivolous and silly, because you know what? It'll reconnect us through fun and through play. So whatever it is for you. But that Two of Cups is also about self-love and love for your friends, love for your community. And again, if there's dissatisfaction, because that Four of Cups is there, many of you might be sitting there saying, I don't have a community. I don't have family. I don't have a partner. Okay, are you happy with that? And if you are, great. You don't need anything or anyone other than yourself. When you fulfill you, if that's enough and it feels really good, then fabulous. But if it feels, I want more, I'd love to have a really good friend to go out with. I'd love to have a partner to share my life with. Not so they can complete me and make me whole, but just to have somebody to share with. Because it's more enjoyable, perhaps, when we're sharing it. So recognize it, see it, and say, right, so what am I going to do about it? Because this row in the middle is about doing, okay? The community card is what it says on the tin. I want a community. Whether that's my work colleagues, whether that's my family or a partner, I want to share. I want to be part of. I want to be included. I don't want to just watch from the fringes. I want to participate. If you, for example, in your career work alone and you crave to be part of a team, then recognize it and say, so what am I going to do about it? If my job is working at home alone and I really miss people, I miss the buzz, I miss the vibrancy, I miss actually even the arguments and the office politics, but I'd love to be part of. So what are you doing about it? Apply for a job where you're part of a team. Apply for a job where you're going to be going into an office or a shop or a factory or whatever it is, where you're going to be part of a team. That's about work, but this could be about your neighborhood. I don't have any neighbors. I live in the middle of nowhere and I'm completely isolated. And if I'm good with that, because I love being in hermit mode and in nature and I've got my animals and I'm good, then fabulous, tick, well done. But if you're lonely, if you're dissatisfied, if you say, I really want to be part of a community, then, your first option is get online and become part of an online community, because you can do that from anywhere. And if that's still not enough, you want real in-person connections, then maybe it's worth moving. Okay? If you have a car, you have transport, you can jump on a bus into the nearest town and join something there. It's looking at it and saying, so what am I doing about it? Because the magician sees what he wants to change and create and alchemize, and then he does it. And rooted down with that is the emperor. And the emperor doesn't hesitate. He doesn't say, I can't do it, it's impossible, I'm stuck. The emperor doesn't do that. The emperor says, it's my life, my kingdom, and I can make anything happen I want to make happen. So this is a doing. What am I doing about community? Okay? Now be patient with yourself, because if you've been out of it for quite some time, then, you need to kind of work up towards it, don't you? Yeah. And also if you decide, I want to apply for a job to be part of a team, it might take a little while for that to come about. Be patient, but keep aligning with that focus that it's possible, that I can be part of a community and a team, and I can make that happen. So I'm going to step into my starlight, my star energy. There's many messages with the star, but the main one, first of all, that we want to talk about here is light. You are starlight. You're made of starlight. You are a star. You may not feel like one. You may not believe you are one, but you are. All of us are made up from star energy. But this light that is within you, when we allow it to shine brightly and let ourselves be seen, let ourselves be the shining star that we actually are, we start to glow, we start to be noticed and seen, we start to alchemize, okay, with that lovely flowing energy. And again, rooted down with a power card, the King of Wands, only one down from the Emperor in terms of taking charge of his life. He's entrepreneur energy, he's manager energy. And I'm not talking about career here, I'm talking about I can create and make things happen. This is energy of determination and focus and drive. He doesn't give up, he doesn't think anything's impossible, he goes for it. So be patient, but start putting things in action, start taking action. Okay, where am I in terms of my hopes, wishes, dreams, aspirations? That's the star. What are my wishes? What are my wants, my desires? And then I'm going to take action to make them happen, because ultimately that's going to lead me to my door to personal happiness and healing. If I've been lonely and I take this action into a community, I'm working towards my happiness. I'm also working to heal where perhaps I've been out of a community because I got hurt before by a community. I got let down. I trusted people, they let me down, so I've shut the world out. We do this. Don't beat yourself up, but recognize when we step away from life, we step away from community, it's because we've chosen to. And I think it's good for us all to spend a certain amount of time on our own. You know, the counsellors will say, and I was a counsellor for many years, psychology and counselling will say, everybody should spend a year single. Okay, don't just leave home from parents and go and get married and live with a spouse. You've never lived on your own. You've never been independent. You've never really figured out who you are and what you want. To spend that time, 1 year, alone, single, I don't mean alone, I mean not in a relationship, gives you a chance to build a relationship with yourself first. Then you come into a relationship knowing who you are, what your desires are, what your needs are, what's important to you, what your priorities are. You know who you are. And then you come into that relationship really transparent. This is me. When we don't know who we are, we figure it out along the way, and we're in a relationship. It's much more difficult because we can get easily influenced by the other person and what they want. So figure you out first. So if you've spent some time on your own and then you've got comfy there, so do you know what? This is great. I love being on my own. That I've really figured out who I am. I don't know if I want to go back into a community. I'm safer on my own. See, that's the thing. Ask yourself that question. If you're on your own because you choose to be, out of self-nourishing, self-care, it's fulfilling, it's enriching, all of that, then those are the right reasons. That's when you're following your intuition and your inner guidance. It just feels right. It feels good. I'm in that space where it feels good. But if you have excluded yourself from a community because it's not safe to be in a community, then you're doing it out of fear. That's not coming from your intuition. That's coming from your insecurity, your lack of trust in people and community and life. So we want to heal that. That's why we've got these healing cards on the table. Door to personal healing and happiness. The Temperance is a healing card. The Star is a healing card. That doesn't mean to say you're broken or damaged. It means that we all have parts that are a little bit off. And as we raise our vibration, we become aware of them and say, you know, I want to fix this. I want to heal this. I want to balance this. I want to alchemize this. Because it's hard. It's heavy. 9 of Wands, the battle-weary soldier. Life has been perhaps a bit heavy, a bit hard. Perhaps for some of you, no community, excluded, having to do it all on your own, stand on your own 2 feet. And it's wonderful to stand on your own 2 feet and learn independence. But once you've learned it, tick, now I can embrace the community again within that independence. Yeah? When we've never been independent and we don't know how to manage life on our own, then spending some time on our own can be hard and heavy, but it's very necessary for our growth. It really is a beautiful thing to grow in your independence, but not to stay there forever. So what's hard and heavy for you? Is it your job? Is it your career? Is it your thinking? Is it you blocking things out? No, I don't want to risk it. What is it for you, Capricorn? Is there going to be different things for different people here? But we've got the Strength card here at the end. Now, whenever I see the Strength card in a reading, it's there for a reason. It's saying this is the time for you to step into your strength, your courage, to believe in yourself, to believe it's possible, to not give up. Because the 9 of Wands is the battle-weary soldier, but this is a card of resilience. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to push on through up those stairs and get to the 10 of Wands, which is the end of the struggle. But it's going to take a little bit of tenacity, a little bit of determination. That's the King of Wands, determination. That's the Emperor, determination. To create through the magic that which you desire, that which you want to be and have. So we're going to focus, we're going to believe it's possible, we're going to listen to that innate inner knowing, and we're going to step into creating the life that you want. Whether that's your relationships, whether that's your career, whether that's your money, whether that's your friendships, community, whatever it is for you, you have the power to do this when you believe that you have. All right? All right. Okay. Let's have a look at money and career for you now. These are mine from hoping to having wealth and success, which is the same thing as money and career. Okay. Alrighty. So what's the key message for my Capricorns, please? Thank you very much. I allow myself to flow with the ups and downs that come with my chosen passion and profession. All right. Interesting message. All right. Now, when we're talking money and career, I want you to take everything that's already on the table. We're not discarding them. We're adding to it. So when we're looking at money and career, many of you I know are retired or you're stay-at-home carers and you're not interested in career. All right, you've retired, I'm done with that, thank you very much. So you just take the money part, okay? But those of you who are still working and want to work, then we're looking here at the ups and downs that come with my chosen passion and profession. I'm allowing myself to flow with the ups and downs. So let's get real, all right? No job, no career is perfect every day. But on the whole, do you enjoy your job? On the whole, are there more ups than there are downs? When we look at it like that, and we can say, on the whole, my job has more ups than downs, then okay, do I complain and moan and get stressed when it's a down day and say, I hate my job, don't want to be here? Or is it that I'm just having a bad day? Only you will know. If you find that you have constantly and consistently more downs than ups, is it time to change the job? Because we need to look at it in terms of balance. It's on top of the temperance card. So the balance within your career and your job is important. If you are self-employed and you're working really, really hard just to stand still, then it's saying, okay, let's look at the ups and downs of this. Let's look at the flow of this. Would I prefer to go back to the rat race and go back into employment? Or would I prefer to stay with my entrepreneur business, even though I'm working hard just to stand still, it doesn't seem to be growing? Can I flow with those ups and downs and say, on the whole, the ups and downs kind of end up being a reasonably straight line because they balance each other out? And this is what I've chosen and this is what I want to do. So we own it and we say I'm flowing with it. But equally, if it's, as I say, more downs than ups and it's consistently like that, then let's recognize that flow and say, right, so I'm the magician and I can make changes. I'm the emperor. I'm in my determined, powerful energy. I recognize what's off and out and I'm going to make some changes. So we're in that flow. The ups and downs that come with my chosen profession. Again, it's about stepping into that chosen profession. You might have been in the same industry, not necessarily the same job, but the same industry for a long time. And it's not doing it for you anymore. And this is the time then, let's look at the flow. Let's look at the flow of these ups and downs. Has it run out? It's not flowing anymore. Has it just come to a stale, stagnant end because we've got that Four of Cups there? Is it time maybe to switch industry? Is it time to switch job? What is it for you? This is my chosen profession. Does it work for me? Many people end up in a profession they didn't really choose. It's like, I don't ever recall choosing this. I kind of fell into it somehow. All right, and loads of us do that. Right? There's some people say, yes, this was my chosen profession, I worked towards it, and that's great. Most people, I think the majority, and my team are saying, yeah, about 80% of you kind of fell into some job or some industry, some profession. So this is the time, with this light coming through and the awareness growing, to ask yourself, is this where I want to be? And I can change my profession if I choose to. And some of you will say, well, I put too much work into it. Excuse me, let me just get some water. I was in my chosen profession, which was housing, social housing and homelessness, for about, and advice, for about 18 years. I'd gone to college for 4 years doing day release. I'd done countless amounts of courses. And I'd worked my way up the corporate ladder. But by the time I got to my late 30s, I started questioning, This was my chosen profession. I chose to go into it. But is it right for me forever? And I decided it wasn't. So I retrained. I retrained when I was 37, 38. I retrained as a hypnotherapist. I left that and I became an entrepreneur, self-employed, working for myself, building my own business. We can change profession at any age, at any time. I know people have retired, in their 60s, retired from their career and then started a second career. And that's all right. That's wonderful. It's never too late. You're never too old. So just know that whatever your chosen profession is will have ups and downs. I love what I do. I love my job. But I have ups and downs in my job too. I might get a really challenging client. I might get some really nasty comments on my YouTube channel. I might put a video up that people are not interested in and I'm like, okay. I have ups and downs. Yeah. And, as a self-employed person, I do my own accounts, I do my own editing, and there are things about that I don't enjoy. I don't like maths. We're not friends, me and maths. I hate doing my accounts, but it's got to be done. We all have parts of our job that we don't like, that we don't enjoy, or that we don't enjoy as much. So it's looking at that flow. So you're being asked to look at that, right? Let's find out some more. Tell me more then about money and career. So we are allowing ourselves to flow with the ups and downs that come with my chosen passion and profession. Now, just because it says I'm allowing myself to flow with it, doesn't mean that I'm saying I've got to stay there. If the flow is not working, it can flow me out the door if I'm in the flow, okay? So we're looking at what we want. The 9 of Cups. We're looking at our dreams, our hopes, our wishes, our desires, and we are listening to our inner knowing, which we've got here. I am open to my innate inner knowing and intuition. And here comes the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is your higher self, your higher mind, your spiritual team, your soul source essence. It's what's hidden, it's what's deeper down, it's what's quietly under the surface. And when we listen to it and let it come up, it will guide us towards our 10 of Pentacles, the abundance, the money. Now, Capricorn, you're going to like to see that 10 of Pentacles. That's the money, that's the fulfillment, that's the enrichment, that's the abundance. Now, we've also got the World here, which is a significant ending, a major completion. So, are you in a career or financially where you have realized a wish, where you listen to your intuition and you are fully abundant? If not, this is the time to make changes, because we've got the Magician, we've got the Emperor, we've got all those cards underneath. So what is the desire? The focus, know what you want. That's the dream, the wish, the hope. I'm listening to my innate inner knowing, and I decided that I am moving towards enrichment. Now, this can be money. We're talking about money and career. But, with both, money itself isn't really the prize. And that might sound a little bonkers to you. But money itself is not the prize. It's what it gives us that's the prize. Money gives us freedom. Money gives us choice. Money gives us empowerment to choose. So I want to be fulfilled. I want to feel enriched. I'm going to allow myself to flow with the ups and downs of my chosen career and profession. And I'm going to allow what doesn't work to come to an end. We've got the chop wood here card as well, yeah? What needs to go? So perhaps it's an attitude that needs to go. That I don't like having the downs, I want the ups all the time. And I realise that that is unrealistic. And I'm going to flow more with the ups and downs and be grateful and happy about the job that I have. So I'm going to change and end my thinking about it, my beliefs about it. But if I am having more downs than ups, on a consistent basis, I've got a dream, I've got a wish, I've got a hope. I'm going to listen to my intuition to move me towards a different job or situation that's going to help me feel enriched, abundant, prosperous, that's got better money, that's giving me more of what I need. And that means I need to align now, not in the future, but now, with the ending of that situation. Now, that doesn't mean, and I'm not suggesting, you quit your job before you got one to go to. That's not what I'm saying at all. Let me explain. When we start applying for another job, there's various stages before that. Before we put an application in, why are we putting an application in? Because I've already decided I want a different job. So where did that come from? Trace it back. Go back 3 spaces. It's because I've realized that I'm not getting what I need from my current job. So I've set a new goal. I've set a new focus. I believe it's possible. I started to align with it. I'm listening to my intuition and my inner knowing. I'm looking for the signs, and then I start to look online or in the newspapers or however or talking to recruiters or whatever I'm doing. All of those are stages before I even put in an application form. But within that, somewhere along the first, second stage, before we get to like the 10th stage of putting in the application form, is this world card. I'm ready to go. If I wasn't ready to go, I wouldn't be talking to recruiters. I wouldn't be looking online. I wouldn't be doing any of those things if I'm not ready to go. This is endings, major endings. So I've already aligned with, I'm ending this job. I've already left energetically, or I'm leaving energetically. I've already kind of pictured me leaving, putting in my notice. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on. So you see, we've already aligned with this before it's happened, because we've aligned in the now. We're manifesting in the now. Want a new job. What's that mean? It means the old job is going. It might not have finished yet, but energetically, it's already on its way out. It's already happening. So you're on the move. You're on the change. Right, now that might be that it takes 6 months to come about because you've got the patience card underneath it. Timing. Once I've set my focus, my goal, and I'm following my intuition, and I'm aligning with my abundance and my prosperity, and I'm ready to leave behind what needs to go, then I'm going to take appropriate action whenever that feels right. I'm going to allow myself with that star energy underneath to be seen, to be in my light. And I'm going to give it time for the right job to come to me. And that might be tomorrow. It might be next month. It might be 6 months. But I'm going to allow that time. Because ultimately what I'm wanting is that personal happiness and the healing and to be in a really good place. That's what I'm wanting. So feel into that for you, Capricorn, because there's opportunities here for you to move into something you really want. Okay? All right, let's put these cards away and we're going to look at loving connections. Okay, these are mine from hoping to having a love and loving connections. Okay, so this can be romantic, platonic, family, work, family. Okay, so your affirmation, and you've got 2 there, so let's see what's behind it. I am choosing to let go of all blocks to love. Nice. Loving connections are essential to my well-being. I embrace and welcome loving connections in my life. Okay, let me bring it up and let it focus because it wasn't focused there. Now it is. Loving connections are essential to my well-being. I embrace and welcome loving connections in my life. Now I want to clarify that. We've got the community card here. We've got the 2 of Cups here. We've talked a lot about community and getting involved in a community. Right, now that card is confirming it. Loving connections are essential to my well-being. If we've stepped away from connections, if we stepped away from life in order to heal, to find ourselves, to rebalance, all of that, good, tick, tick, tick. But when we stay there too long, we've learned everything. We're independent. We know how to stand on our own 2 feet. We know how to meet our own needs. But we still don't step back into any connections. We're avoiding them. And that's not good for us because now we're not growing. You see, we were growing. We were growing ourselves. We were growing our own relationship with ourselves. But once that's kind of complete, what now? Well, now I want to step back into participating in connections, and that could be friendships, new friends, That could be getting on with my new work colleagues or old work colleagues that I didn't really bother with before, and now I'm bothering with them. That can be opening yourself up to a new love if you're single. It's time. This is time now. This is good for your well-being. Essential, they're saying. All right? Because we grow so much in our hearts, in love, in our power. We grow so much through loving connections. So when we deny ourselves those loving connections, we stop and block our own growth. Now, when we're talking about blocks, we stop and block our own growth. These are the words they're giving me. And the other card is saying that I am choosing to let go of all blocks to love. Now, love, as I said, could be romantic, but this could be platonic, family, work family, community, neighbours, neighbourhood, people that you could meet in a hobby or interest, a sports club, a gym, anything like that. Any blocks to loving connections, to love. Because we're moving into the heart, we're moving into the heart space to love more, to love ourselves more, to love people more, to love life more. So it's time, it's essential for your well-being. So we're going to let go of any blocks. All right, we've got the letting go card, we've got healing going on. I'm choosing to let go to all blocks to love. A block may be that love is painful. A block may be that I'll get used. A block may be I'll get taken advantage of. Whatever those blocks are for you, find them, delete them, and replace them with new ones, okay? All right, let's use the Rider-Waite deck then to get some more information. So those of you open to love, there is love here for you. I embrace and welcome loving connections in my life. I'm going to focus. I'm going to believe it's possible. I'm going to listen to my innate inner knowing, and I'm going to create. I'm a powerful creator. I'm going to create more love in my life. And that can be new love. Those of you coupled up, that could be strengthening the love that you have within your relationship or partner, or reconnecting because you've fallen out of love, to put some work in and effort in to fall in love all over again. So let's see what can be done. All right. We've got the Page of Cups. The opportunity is opening up for you for a new cup of love. That could be a new best friend. That could be your soulmate. That could be reconnecting with your existing partner that you've got a bit stale and stuck with. But we have an opportunity here for a new cup of love to be offered to you. Will you take it? Your higher self is here saying, listen to that intuition. Listen to your innate inner knowing. Right? When you listen to that inner knowing and you are honest with it, you may well find that you have a little voice inside of you saying, you're too scared to love again. Let's overcome that. Let's heal that. Let's allow ourselves to step forward. Let's take our power and let's make it happen. So we're going to take some action. Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. He charges forward. All right, and he's all about communication. So I'm going to apply to join the tennis club. I'm going to apply to join a dating agency. I'm going to apply for a job where there's a strong community and a strong team and a strong work ethic if we work together. I want to be part of a community again. I'm going to write a letter or send an email or make a phone call. I'm going to take action to bring this in. Yeah, I'm going to research online. I'm going to look at what's on in my area. Oh, there's a knitting club. There's a sewing club. There's so many. What is it for you that you might enjoy? There's an art class that starts on Monday. Shall I go? Yes, go. Okay, so take some action to make things happen. And so there is the Ace of Cups being able to come in. You see the Page of Cups is there holding. Let me bring this up properly. The Page of Cups is holding the cup. It's being offered to you. And now here it is in the hand, ready for you to receive with the Ace of Cups. The new beginning, the new happiness, the new connection, the new fulfillment, but we're taking action on it. All right. So love is here for you, Capricorn. And it can be romantic, can be platonic, but it's here. So we're going to take some action. We're going to overcome any blocks to love. We're going to let them go. We're going to acknowledge that loving connections are essential for my full well-being. Yes, you might be doing fine without any loving connections, but are you in your maximum, optimum well-being without any connections? You know, it's quite difficult to, it's not impossible, but it's more difficult to laugh on your own. You can, I live on my own, and I'll watch funny things and I'll laugh. But I do know the truth that if I was with my friends, I'd be probably laughing harder and longer, because laughter is contagious. When one person laughs, you laugh. So when there's a community, when you're with your friends or you're with a partner and you're laughing together, it is enriched. It takes your wellness, your well-being up to the next level. So let's allow it. Let's embrace it. Let's get into it. Yeah? All right. Let's get some final messages then, as we are over the hour now. Where did that time go? Final message from the angels. This is the Angels of Atlantis. We have Hamael with integrity, Metatron with wisdom, and Uriel with trust. Okay, so let's embrace and embody these energies of integrity. You notice the colours here, all right? You've got the scales, right, which represent justice and balance. You've got that beautiful red base chakra, root chakra, your center of stability, security. I'm coming from a place where I feel safe, and because of that I'm able to really follow and trust my heart, which is full of integrity, honesty. So step into it, all right, and step into your wisdom, the wisdom that you already have. It doesn't matter how old you are. We all have wisdom. We can tap into the wisdom of the universe as well. Tap into the wisdom that you have. You know, if you've been burnt before from a friendship or a community or a lover, as most of us have, use the wisdom and say, what have I learned from that? How have I grown from that? You know, would I see that coming next time? Maybe, maybe not. But does that mean then that I never risk it again and I die alone without any friends or community? Or am I going to say, come on, use the wisdom, jump back in. We can do this. I need to trust. I need to trust myself. I need to trust life. I need to trust the universe. I'm open to trust. Okay? Final messages from the angels. This is the Oracle of the Angels. If this reading's helpful, do me a huge favour and give it a like, will you? It helps hugely for other people to find my videos, because when you like it, YouTube knows, oh, they like this is popular, we'll show it more people then, and it helps. Okay, thank you. You've got receptivity. Be open to receive the guidance, the love, your best life. Be open to receive, because you are in the middle of a massive transformation. Beautiful. All right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. As I said, if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't yet, do think about subscribing. Less than half the people that watch my videos are subscribed, and it does make an enormous difference and it helps me out so much, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for your subscribing. I will be back on the weekend next weekend with another collective reading, and for you I'll be back in about 3 weeks with another Capricorn reading. So check out your other placements, your moon, your rising, and your Venus, and I'll see you soon. You have a lovely day. Lots of love. Bye bye.